Hey, it's Mitch from the future. I just filmed an entire video repairing a front window regulator and a rear window regulator on my BMW, and I ran out of space in my memory card, so I formatted the whole thing before I started, and I deleted everything of the rear of the car. So this video unfortunately was going to be a front and a rear, but it looks like it's just going to be a front only, and I'm very sorry, but the front is the more complicated one. Anyway, this is probably bound to happen again, so I'm sorry in advance, but please enjoy the front window regulator only in an E46 BMW. Let's go. Hello again. It's been a few weeks since I've filmed anything. It's been quite nice. I've been enjoying that. It's a rainy, dreary day here, so I'm back in the garage. We're going to work on this car, and we're finally going to get all of the windows to work. And then the passenger door is the last window motor that has to get replaced. That window has never worked since I bought the car. But we're going to get to this door, and then we'll have functioning windows, and that unfortunately might be it for this car for me, but we'll get to that soon. I think I referenced that a couple weeks ago when I was filming this. But anyway, let's start taking the door panel off. One plastic cap here and one up in front of it. They work really easy if you pry it from this back side straight down. Don't try to get it up under here. They're pretty fragile little guys, but just put something nice and soft up in here. I got a bunch of these plastic removal tools, not this specific one, but you know, you get the gist. Get it up in there. This whole trim piece comes off, a few clips behind there, like 5 of them. That exposes 2 screws, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then pop this cover off right here. A little spot for a flathead to go in the back. Pop this cover off, and there's a screw at an angle down in here. So 5 in total. Get your door panel off, and then we will go from there. This will be the 3rd door panel I've taken off of this car, and I've had no issues. I've broken 0 clips. The car is 26 years old, that makes no sense. Anyway, this last clip here took the plastic with it. So there's 3 more with these, you'll see them when you take it out. These pins that lock into here, they just pop out, and this one was left in there with the plastic shroud on it. So I have it on the workbench trying to super glue it back together. So we'll see how that goes. But I got these 2 covers off, this cover off, and this one came off. This piece on the top of the door card here, on the top of the armrest, really needs a flathead screwdriver back there. I tried to use one of these plastic tools and it just bends it, and then when you start gouging it, it kind of defeats the purpose of using these. So now we're going to take our 5 screws out. Door panel's going to come off. Make sure you unhook your pin for your lock. If you're anything like me, you will find out 98% of the time I work on anything is spent looking for the tool that I just had in my hand 10 seconds ago. Alright, we got the door panel out now. I'd show you, but I can't reach you, okay? There's a white clip on the back side of the door handle. Where the cable comes out of that, just hook your finger under it and leverage it away from the door panel. It might help to pull the door handle while you're doing it. I don't know. I just did that. Maybe I got lucky. And now the door panel's free. What size is this bulb? Guess it. Put it in the comments right now. I'm going to tell you what it is right now. Okay? But you better have already commented what size it is. Are you done typing? Okay, it's a 10 millimeter. Not shocking, I'm sure. Also, what's the over-under on this exploding in my face? Good. Yes. Here we are. That was only 15 minutes of struggling. There's, like I said, the 2 bolts that are now under this flap. And now there's these 2 bolts right here. And then we got to position the window glass itself in such a way that it exposes that other bolt in this hole right here. And there's one in the front track too, just under the... I don't know where that cut off, and I'm sorry. But the bolts in the glass are out. I don't know if that's the right or the wrong thing to do first. Now we're going to take the regulator out. Well, we're going to remove the bolts on the regulator right now. I'm going to grab a piece of tape and a new battery for you. I'm just going to loop it up over the top of the door frame here and hold on the glass to keep it up out of the way while we remove the regulator mechanism out one of these holes of the door panel. You know what, just to be safe, I'm gonna put 2. 3. I'm even gonna do 3. It just feels right, you know? Okay, we should be free here. I have my new, if I can get my foot past you, old motor. Junk. Old regulator coming out. I'm gonna find out very quickly here if I forgot anything. Okay, that one's out. That one's kind of out. This one's out. Out. Okay, there's a little tiny zip tie right in the middle hanging on here. One of the cables, and that literally was holding it in. Missed. So, if my memory serves me at all, fold both of these tracks up from the bottom. Maybe not. You know what, just do whatever it is that you gotta do to get this. It's also a little push clip right in the middle that's coming in from the back side. And then just finagle it out this bottom hole. You can fold these in together and pull it out. You can knock it over to one side, pull it half out, then the other out. But, you know, however you do it, just make it happen, okay? That's all I'm doing here. Now I have a new one that I got out of a car that has never run since I've owned it. The windows have never operated since I've owned it. So we're just gonna go on ahead and hope that this is what the doctor ordered. Okay, motor looks to be in good shape. We're gonna put this bad Larry back up in there. Go back home. Go back home. Go, okay. Now, let your friend in. Ow. Sharp. In. In. Thought on something, but we got it, so it's alright. Okay. Yep. Yep, we're back. We're back in. Locked in. Ready to go. You're really not helping me find all the tools that I'm just leaving around, by the way. I was kind of depending on you for that. Go grab a cold snack or bag of chips or something and get one for me too, will you? There's this fitting. It's hard for you to see, but I didn't know what side the glass goes on. If it goes into this little crook here, or if it goes on the back side of it. And it looks like it goes on the back side. It wasn't really wanting to line up. It's a good spot for that. But now it's going up and down with the window. There's one on my finger up here. But it looks like it goes on the back side. So now I'm going to put those 2 bolts back in. This is a slightly different window track. The one that I had, it's hanging out on the floor over there. It had a bunch of holes. And this one just has the one spot for you to get through this hole right here. And this one has one tiny little spot right up in this little crook here. Or maybe right here. Why am I talking so much? It's gonna be a 2-year-long video if I keep all this. Let go. Oh, good. Yeah, awesome. That's just what I wanted. Oh, sweet! This is getting better. That was way too difficult. Wow. The first time this Windows works since I've owned this car. So I got it all back in. Back on. Back attached. So we're going to stick most of this back on. Definitely not in the spot that we got it off of. Our airbag's going to go back on. Don't like it. I don't like it. I really just don't like it. I'm gonna go swap my speaker. A little bonus here. This is what I'm working with for speakers. If you know what you're looking at for speakers, that's busted. That's literally missing that whole ring around the outside of that cone. But these are pretty easy. These speaker grills just pop off in the back by hand. So I'm probably just going to get 2 new ones of these, even though they are the same. Except because these are easy to take out, I'm going to put my more intact looking speaker is going to go in the front door, so I don't have to take this all apart again. So speaker is in the door panel. So that's our guy that we're going to be replacing right there. All right, so just for reference, this is the same speaker that I just showed you. So if you don't know about speakers, this is my for dummies explanation. This stuff in here is what seals and what actually creates the vibration of this speaker going up and down so that you get sound. This should be all completely intact. And then when it breaks and breaks and breaks and breaks and breaks is when it starts to look like that. And then you get that whole ring and then you just get rattling. I think I need something. Let's get our door panel. So this speaker we're going to leave alone, but if you are replacing this, it's just a collar on the back side that spins off, your speaker comes out. We're not going to do that because the one that I have in here is better than the one I would be replacing it with. 3 screws on the outside of this guy and 2. I can't see. Can you guide me in here? Thank you. Our speaker is now free. Ooh, brother. Yeah, that's why it's making all that noise. The new speaker, the 3 tabs are in slightly different spots. They're not split up perfectly in thirds. So just find out which way they go on, and I think it mounts upside down. Technically upside down. Okay, that's it. That's literally all of it is just 3 screws out, 3 screws back in. And now we put our door panel back on when I get another battery again. This is stuck back up. Our speaker is replaced. Our door panels all put back together. It's got a long wire about halfway down. There's a little plug. That's here. I guess would be a tweeter. Get your door kind of in position. Throw your door handle back on. Don't forget it. You're gonna do it. You gotta hook your door peg back up in here. The one long screw goes near the door handle, in case you forgot. Plastic cap. Let's see if my super glue worked. It did not work, but I was using Gorilla super glue, and that stuff takes a long time to dry. Well, you saw I've already tested the window. I know that it works. This would be where you put this trim back in. Just give it a tap. It'll go right back on. But I'm going to let mine sit so I can hopefully put that tab back in. Probably clean your window if you've been messing with it with dirty hands for as long as I've been. But yeah, we're done. I'm going to see how these speakers sound. I have just the song. So just for reference, this is how bad the rear sounds. They're both destroyed if you can't tell. I'll move my fade back up front because both of these were just changed. Better, but not good. Definitely not good. Alright, so we tested the speakers out. Not that that was necessarily part of this video, but they're okay. They're better. They're intact. They work, I guess. But they're in, and these are the harder ones to mess with. So if I just get two, they're pretty easy to slap together. But this window works. For the first time since I've owned this car for just over 2 years now. I just put a new registration on. Just over 2 years I've owned this car and this window's never worked. That's pretty cool. So who knows how long it's been since it hasn't worked before all that. Now we got functioning windows. I really wish I would have had that when I was driving this car. Very paranoid about the fans not working in 95-degree heat. I would have loved to have all 4 windows that went down instead of being stuck. But oh well, they work now. So I hope this video helped you even a little bit. I wasn't necessarily, none of my stuff is necessarily a tutorial. You're doing it with me is what I'm kind of doing with it. But if you've made it to this point in the video, please consider subscribing. I'm going to do maybe not so much more stuff with this car because there might be some things happening, some things coming down the line for this car, maybe going, maybe staying. You'll have to stick around and find out. Please consider subscribing, drop a comment, like the video, tell your friends about it too. You know, maybe they'd like it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back again with more. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.